Hey ladies, how you doing? So I want to come in and I want to just do like a nice chit chatty video talking about makeup. I just want to share some tips because I've been getting a lot of questions in regards to how I pick certain things, what have I learned along the way, and how have I mastered my look on my face. So, because some people may say, Kelly, I want you to do my makeup and do my makeup for me. And I'm like, well, I don't do makeup on people. I do makeup on myself. I mastered pretty much my face. So I can tell you tips that I use to master it on my face. Now, the main $1,000,000 answer is pretty much practice. Practice, practice, and more practice. I wasn't doing my face clean like this when I first started out. I would do my face. It would look nice for back then, but it wasn't as clean as it is now. And when I mean clean, I don't mean like, oh, my makeup is perfect, because somebody can do their makeup and be more perfect than mine. When I say clean, that's pretty much understanding how to blend to my eyelid, how to make my brows look, how to line my lips, and what shades that I would put on for me to make my lips look good, how to pick my foundation, things like that. So 5 tips that I go by for my everyday makeup look. I try to keep it so simple because I feel like the less you have to worry about in regards to products and tools and things like that, you can pretty much focus on the craft of making your face look nice and well put together on that everyday look. So I did write down some tips and I definitely want to share them with you. And let's start with number 1. Nothing's in any order, anything like that. It's just me sharing how I came up with my little theory here for me. So number 1, keep it simple. Keep it simple. Sometimes we get so caught up in, oh, you gotta have this, you gotta have that. You can have all those things, but when it comes to your everyday makeup look, have like a nice little tray, a nice little bucket. Like I have this tray here. This is not my makeup tray, but I have this tray right here. You can get one from the dollar store. You can get a nice little glass one. I have a nice glass tray. You can put your staple products on there. It's just a matter of keeping things simple, and you can change those things out. But sometimes when you have so much in front of you, you tend to want to put all those things on, and that's when you have a mess going on. Me personally, I hate to see women with a busy eye and it's not neat. You got 4 or 5 shades on, but it's not neat. Like I only have on 2 today. I think they're pretty neat. I think it's pretty cool. It's mellow. So if I didn't blend it out all the way, since I have on something neutral, you can't tell. I feel like the pros, the artists, I leave that to them. Us everyday women, if you can do it, then do it. Knock it out. Knock it out the park. But sometimes we just put someone, and then before you know, your eyes start looking dirty. Just looking like a mud spill. We don't want that. So keep it simple. Figure out what you like, what you don't like, or what you want to try, and put that right there, and you work with those same products. Kind of piggyback. Minimize your products. For me, I'll have my foundation, my primer. I have a small eyeshadow palette, prime example. It might be something like this. This is the Wet n Wild palette. You have your foundation. Let's start showing some stuff then. Why don't you, Kelly? You have your primer, you have your concealer, you have your brow pencil, and you have your face powder and a setting spray. Keep those things at the forefront. And if you want to add 1 or 2 things in to kind of jazz it up a little bit, then you do that. But when you keep things super simple, you can master having your everyday look. It can become your everyday, your 10-minute, your 5-minute, your on the go, your busy mom, whatever type of makeup look that you're trying to achieve, just minimize your products. Another good tip is to get products that you can have multi-use for. Prime example, this Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. This palette can be used for multi-use. Now, I am guilty of doing this because that's why I'm sharing it, because sometimes we don't have time for this right here. You see this and you think you need to use all the freaking shades, or not even all the shades. You think you need to use 2, 3, or 4. You don't need to. You can get a beautiful look with one shade. It's all about enhancing your features. Now, when I say use a product you can get multiple use out of, something like this. You have a highlight, you have a sculpting, which is I will use it for to set my concealer, and you have a contour. You can contour your face up, do everything what you gotta do with this, but when you come back to your eyes, this can be your lid shade, which is a highlight shade. This can be your crease shade, and this can be your outer corner shade, or this can be your all over shade on your lid, and even this one right here can be your all over shade, or even or even your highlight can be your all over shade if you choose to want to go on a shimmer side. You get more use out of product, and you won't see product go to waste. So get products that you can use more than once. You can do an amazing eyeshadow look with this palette right here. Amazing. And I may show you guys that because you'll be surprised. It's going to be nice and neutral, of course, but it's still going to give you that nice, clean look. I think neutral shades give off a nice, clean look. Not that colors won't, but I just tend to not play around with too many colors. Okay? So next, when it comes to your tools, like your brushes, for me, this is pretty much, they're dirty, so don't judge me. This is like my everyday kit going on right here. I just have a candle jar, and I have a few brushes. Less tools, better results. I know some brushes you can do different things with. You might want a smaller brush to kind of get really deep in that crease. You might want to get another smaller brush to kind of get it on the corner, on the outer V, to kind of be more precise. You want to get under the lash line, all that good jazz. But for us who starting out, us beginners, get you a nice makeup kit, a brush. You have Real Techniques, you have Amazon, you have all these other different brands out here that you can get. And to be honest, I really only used 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These brushes here, I didn't even use. They're just in there. I use these. So I have about 5 staple brushes that I use on a daily basis when I do my makeup, that to keep everything nice and simple. So if I have my makeup in the bathroom, or if I have it on my dresser, these brushes are there. Now I'll switch them up. I have a ton of brushes, but if I don't want to wash them, I'll just throw these to the side, and then I'll just replace them with the same thing. Get a new powder brush. Like I can use this as a powder brush as well. You can go ahead and switch them out. Just keep your tools at a minimum, and you can kind of use one tool multiple ways, or you can use one brush. It's like an eyeshadow brush. You can use it for 2 different shades. So just be mindful and, you know, kind of keep it simple. Last but not least, but we all love it. Let me see. What do I have? How many do I have over here? Girl, I only have 1. I have 2. I'm missing 2 more. But get you a good setting spray. A setting spray. You don't have to get anything expensive. Both of these are super affordable. This is the Trader Joe's. This is the Rose Water Facial Toner. Now, this can set, and it can go into your foundation. You could use it when you're doing your facials or you're doing your skincare routine. This is a multi-use product. This here is the Glow Mist from Pixi. I tend to be very careful with this one because it does have oil in it, and you spray it on your face, and you know you don't want to get kind of, you know, this is very hydrated, and you don't want to get that dewy look before time, because right now I have it on and I can see the dew just coming on. But I do have the Max Fix Plus, and I do have a Too Faced setting spray. I'm looking at where my makeup is. I do have a Too Faced powder as well. I mean, spray as well. I do have another one. I just can't seem to place it right now. But get you a good setting spray. Good setting spray. And that's it. That's like my 5 tips on conquering that everyday makeup look. You know, you don't need to have a ton. And first of all, if this is your everyday look, you don't even want to have a bunch of stuff going on anyway, because you want to get right to the point. You just want to put it on and you want to get out the door. So you don't want to have a lot going on. But yeah, I just want to come and just chit chat, and I want to kind of just share how I get my everyday makeup look. You know, I have a couple of videos on everyday makeup looks, current looks, and things like that, and they change with product to product, but the goal is to have your look and what your signature look is like, and that's pretty much the goal. So I hope this helped in some way, shape, or form. If you like the video, me sharing certain things with you, and just explain to you how my mind processes when it comes to my makeup. It may not be that serious, but sometimes it's that serious. I tend to look at it as like a job. You put makeup on. Okay, where's everybody at? Where's your employees? Where's this? Where's that? That's that nut job in me. But nevertheless, I want to say hey to all my new subscribers. Hey to all my loyals. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.